What is up, YouTube? Big Jim from High Desert Research here, coming at you. We got, you seen the knife build. We got a knife and a Kydex sheath made by yours truly. It's like probably my fourth Kydex sheet. It's the first Kydex sheet that I actually used the foam with, and it turned out pretty good for, the first time with the foam. They're not really easy to make, but it's an acquired skill. This one's pretty crude. It could be better. Of course, you remember the knife, EDC bushcraft knife. The EDC bushcraft. This is like an 8-inch, 7.5-inch knife. I forgot what the exact measurements were. This is a lanyard that's stuffed inside because there's displacement here, steel, and so there's a void in there. You can stuff your lanyard in there, your wrist lanyard, so that way it's not hanging down when you're carrying everyday carry. And that way, if you wind up in the bush or in some treacherous situations, you can have a thing around your wrist if needed. It's a good all-around knife. There's no hand guard, so that's all you get, is that lobe. So with that, and it's got that ribbed spine there. It's a little mangy looking because I've been field testing it. It hasn't been heat treated yet, so it's so soft it doesn't really hold an edge. I mean, I can get it razor sharp, but the true test will come after it's heat treated. And it's 5160 steel. Started with a 1/4 inch 5160. So it has close to a 1/4 inch spine, which is what I wanted. I put a balance mark on it, center mark right there. You can see it. That way you find your center. It's even with the paracord, it's pretty balanced. Of course, it's got the rib back there as well for one of these things. If you want to stab into a coconut or a cantaloupe, to get it open. Because we don't believe in violence down here at High Desert Research and Johnson Test Center. But I made this knife, and I love these things. I had no idea that it's just small, it's simplistic, and you can live with one of these. I mean, after it's heat treated, it's just balanced. It just feels good in the hand. It's got the spear tip, spear point, what they call a spear point, because it looks like a spear. Love it. And then of course the Kydex sheet. It's got a pretty positive click on the lock. I hear that. And of course, there's our lock point right there. You heat it up and pinch that in with the tool. Don't use your finger like I did the first time. It's kind of hot. You hear that click. So it ain't coming out. It's not coming out until you pull it out. And this is just to demonstrate the balancing of it. Mess around too much when it's sharp. And it's pretty sharp right now. These tech locks, are just absolutely superior when it comes to mounting anything, really. Your knife, probably your gun too. I haven't used one for a gun yet, but I don't know why I haven't. They're just fucking superior when it comes to joining them. Actually, when it comes to fixing something to your belt or your backpack or your molly, there's a Tech Lock emblem there. You can configure it in many different ways. You got the eyelets, and I have the eyelets spaced. I think I have all 4 of these spaced apart to match, so you can always get 2 there. Probably be better to get more, but 2 is pretty solid on here. Just two screws and tactical screws and special bolts. They're threaded on the internal threads. Internal threaded bolts is what they are, basically. Or a nut. It's really these are nuts. They're just specially shaped. And you can move this bar wherever you want to position it on your belt. And these things are just awesome. You got 2 locks and then a third lock here. I actually took this off for a while, but this thing fell off my belt, so yeah. Homemade knife, homemade Kydex holster. I didn't get any better than that. And we get back on the heat treatment. And be good.